Hey, second grade. I'm going to be reading you a book today. I will be reading you Johnny's Pheasant by Cheryl Minema and pictures by Julie Flett. Let's get started. Johnny and Grandma were on their way home from the Grand Market with a sack of potatoes, a package of carrots, a bundle of fresh fruit, and frosted cinnamon rolls. "Pull over, Grandma, hurry," said Johnny. "What did you see?" asked Grandma. "Come on, I'll show you," said Johnny. Johnny led Grandma to a small feathery hump near the ditch. "It's a sleeping pheasant," said Johnny. "Oh my," said Grandma. "Can I keep him?" asked Johnny. In case you guys needed to see that, feel free to pause if you need to. Grandma gently nudged the small pheasant with her foot. He's still soft," said Grandma. "Let's bring him home. I will make him a nest in the yard and feed him carrots," said Johnny. So you can see the pheasant right there, and that's Johnny. Grandma put her hand on his shoulder. "I'm sorry, Johnny. I think that he may have been hit by a car, but I can sure use his feathers for my craft work," said Grandma. That's dark. "Silly Grandma, he's not ready for craft work. He's sleeping. Let's put him in the truck." Grandma emptied the paper bag and put the pheasant in the trunk. "He's still warm," said Grandma. "Hoot, hoot," said Johnny. "Hoot, hoot," said Grandma. "Yes, hoot, hoot," said Johnny. When Grandma pulled into the driveway, Johnny unbuckled his seatbelt and bolted out the door. He leaped over each spring puddle, "Hoot, hoot, hoot," and disappeared into the house. He is jumping for joy. Very excited. Let's see what happens next. Johnny rushed out with a box. "Here's his bed until I gather sticks," said Johnny. "Can we bring him inside?" "Okay," said Grandma, "just for a little while." When the pheasant was on the table and Grandma was on the couch playing cards, Johnny opened the door. "Okay, I'm off to get sticks." "Hoot, hoot," said the pheasant. Johnny spun around. The pheasant shook his feathers and swooped up. Its wings nicked the walls as it circled the living room and then landed right on top of Grandma's head. Uh-oh. Poor Grandma. All right, let's see next. The pheasant's tail swayed from side to side in front of Grandma's face. "I guess he was only knocked out," said Grandma. "Hoot, hoot," said Johnny. Johnny is very excited about having a pheasant. The pheasant sprang from Grandma's head and flew out the door. "Hoot, hoot, there goes the pheasant," said Johnny. "Pheasants belong in the wild," said Grandma. "No, he heard you talking about him, using him for crafts, and that's why he went away," said Johnny. "Hoot, hoot," said the pheasant. Johnny and Grandma stepped out the door and saw the pheasant perched on the swing set. "Hoot, hoot," said Johnny. The pheasant fluttered its wings and flew away. "Grandma, look," said Johnny. A single feather zigged and zagged to Johnny's feet. So you can see, if I move my hand there, the feather. And they're really pretty colorful feathers too, usually. He picked it up and spread his arms. Through the yard, Johnny zigged and zagged, and stopped right in front of Grandma. He fluttered his arms down to his side and gave the feather to Grandma. "Hoo-ah!" said Grandma. "Hoot, hoot!" said Johnny. And that is the end. Just so you guys know, the author of this book is a member of the Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe. She was born in Minneapolis and raised on the Mille Lacs Reservation by her mother, Millie Benjamin, and grandmother Lucy Clark. She is also the author of Hungry Johnny. Whoops. And that, my friends, is the end of this book. Have a good day, guys.